G'day, mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We're still in the Clustorio servers, and this time we're on Guangzhou. I'm going to say I bastardized. I started at spawn, because I've never been on this server, and obviously somebody forgot where spawn was. So I'll just mark that on the map, so I can move them all later when I'm not recording, and we'll just duck up to them all real quick and quest in all the goodies. Actually, this looks like it's the proper mall blueprint. So there should be a power armor ready to go here. Not set up to my liking, but yeah, really not set up to my liking. Sure. Just walk to a chest. And bots. 100, please. So we're ready to go. This is a green circuit server. So its one job in life is to make sure that we have enough green circuits forever. Oh. I thought this build had a combinator thing. It doesn't. I don't see a don't touch on this server. So I'm guessing it's individually rate controlled. But we have, well, we have some stock standard green circuit builds. All you guys are made to that, which is tied to that, which is wired the top. Okay, it must come in from the bottom then. Wood spot. Aha. Follow the green wire. We have our don't touch, which is not marked with a don't touch. Anyway, so we have green circuits. 3 million in the network. So as you can see, iron, copper, obviously we're out of copper at the moment, and somebody can't blueprint well, so they've screwed up a power pole. But iron, copper just fed through a belt build. This was really early in the series or in the map, and this was the compact module build that they came up with, which works. Look, I can't argue with any of these. It might be able to be optimized. No, pretty much not, actually. No, we're putting on both sides of the belt. We've got 2 inserters doing copper cable. This is about as tight and as good as you get it. So, if you're looking for a belt build for green circuits, this is what you want to just copy, like, off the screen. This is about as good as you can get for compactness and fed by belts. 2 iron in, 2 copper out, and it'll give you... Actually, it should give you 1 belt of green circuits out. 2 belts of green circuits out. No. We've got 2 iron, 2 copper in. We're taking... What am I taking? Mine taking 4 and they give 3. So obviously we're taking in 4 and we're putting out 2. But it should be pretty much 2 fully compressed belts out. Anyway. So this is what they've done. Which is just a few stamps. With a few more stamps. With a few more stamps. Then they've upped the scale by building this. A template. Obviously it's probably an older template. Or maybe not. They have gone to the extreme lengths when it comes to belt braiding. This is actually how you get 2 blue belts worth of material down a single square. Okay, so you got a blue belt, plus you got a yellow belt, plus you got a red belt. After you add the yellow and the red back together, see, yellow comes out and it's merged with the red. You'll actually go back to 2 full blue belts. So in these tiles here, there are 4 blue belts worth of throughput. And as I said, they've made a blueprint, a template, which is, in my personal opinion, I prefer a template over a blueprint because people can see it on the map and see it's marked as template and go, ah, that's what I need to copy, rather than a lot of people forget to actually go into the game blueprints. Use this. That was the belt version. That's the same belt version. That's the internals of the belt version. That's some sort of output. That's the solid power grid. Yeah. They haven't even added it to the game blueprints. Probably because people can see it and go, that's what we need to use. Anyway, they've gone with iron, copper, iron, copper, iron, copper, iron, copper. They're running the trains up here. Build empty circuit trains. They've clearly marked out what they're going to do. They have the crossing from hell. Let's... Exterminator crossing. Yes, I have looked at the server real quickly. I love this crossing. And, like, normally you'd be like, oh god, that's going to kill throughput. They don't have a throughput problem. Because they're taking not much in the way of trains through, this basically means that this train has a choice of every... Oh, we didn't get some of the turns in. This train on this track has the choice of this track, plus these 4. You've got that turn in, you've got that turn in. This track has the choice of every single track. This one... Go to that one. Can't make it to that one or that one. But I can go to that one. So, we've gone from 8 lanes to... Most trains have got at least 6 choices as to which unloading station they want to use. Because the idea is you want to fill up every single unloading station. And these guys are just missing copper. A lot of copper. Because there's just absolutely no copper in the network. Copper's been an ongoing problem. We've got copper ore, but no copper plate. So, lots of people have been very, very busy upgrading iron and steel over and over and over. But everybody's forgot the other resource, copper. So yeah, this is absolute train spaghetti, but look, it works. And they're not high throughput trains at all. So we've got a copper unload, a iron unload, a copper unload, and a green circuit unload. And you guys are waiting for green circuits. So yeah, interesting pathing for the trains. We're going 4 lanes down to 1 lane. Ugh. Then go back out to 2. That's northbound, that's northbound. Ew. So I'm compressing 4 lanes down, or 8 lanes down to 2 lanes. For both the green circuits and for the iron and copper plate. So they are slowing, filling up ever so slowly. I don't know why. The signal X is greater than 0. I got no idea what... Oh! We've even got some smarts. Yeah, I'm not touching any of that. Yep, not touching any of that crap. But this is probably to account for... There's no guarantee you're actually going to fully unload these trains. There is always a chance they'll be left with some ore left in them. Because of ratios and everything else. And that's probably to count either... I don't have any way of seeing what it's... I can see it's throughput. But that's probably it counting how much copper plate has been unloaded. So can you bugger off yet? Anyway, so that was... Yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce that a second time. But we'll go on to the next server. Foxcon. Now, Foxcon I have been on a while ago. Foxcon, I think Foxcon started late, and that's why it's so far down the list. It was one of the first new servers added. And the idea is either that or people just got to it late, because this one had to do blue circuits. Which, like, everybody knows are a night... Well, they're not really a nightmare. They just eat a lot of green circuits. So we had to have the green circuit production running to get the blue circuit production up and running. We had to have red as well, but red's not that hard. It's blue, and then blue at a massive scale, and then everybody wants power armor, everybody wants fusion reactors, everybody wants modules so they can start building these bigger and bigger builds. And this poor server got hammered. I joined, I think it was day 2 or day 3. Really, really late at night or early morning, depending on how you look at it. And the boys were starting to get blue circuits up and running. And they had me join, and I was slightly gobsmacked about what they'd done up and running. I don't know if any of these builds still exist. I don't know if I can catch up fast enough. We got most of the way and then just died. Obviously, some copper plate finally got smelted. Come on. Okay. Close. So... Oh, wow. They ripped up everything. Taxi was made to finishing on the server. Automated without a network. Okay. Oh boy. I think we're going to do everything from map view. Okay, so we're bringing in iron and copper to make copper cable, to make green circuits. We're then importing the red circuits here. To make blues and running acid through the whole build from a single acid get chest. And as you can see, 3. Okay. As you can see, we got one build. It was very, very good, and then it was tiled a lot. They're all separate logi networks. We're running. Can I see that? Oh, 50 bots. 50 bots per network with a lot of networks. Don't get me wrong. Oh, come on. I've got to be able to move to bring up jumps. To bring up. Zoom all the way in. Look at my feet. Good way to get the game to catch up. We're doing 91,000 per minute. Blue circuits. 90,000 per minute. Which I do believe is the total amount we need. Actually, +1, -1, -1, -5. So I'm guessing taxi was just made to get around easier, because you can't put a robot network across this. You would have had to come out wire cut here. Only wire cut here. Okay. This again has a don't touch. And we're asking for 2 million in the network. And we have not 2 million. Okay, this is really simple. We're taking 2 million. We're multiplying it by -1 to give us -2 million. We're adding it to this amount. Whatever's in here. And then we're feeding it on. So it's saying 2. And I'm willing to bet it means inserters. These inserters are set to blue circuit if anything's greater than 1. We're only carrying blue circuits. So literally, they're just trying to get that 2 to equal nothing. And that's how it's all circuit controlled. And I can see that remotely. I love that about simple circuits that make sense and normally have power poles along the way. So you can actually read them. Read them and find out what they're doing. Again, we got this nice little bar. 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 1 million, 5 million. Oh. How many do we actually have then? 92,000. So we're here. We need to go up a lot. Copper plate. According to that would be over 20k. Which is like nothing. We can pull 100k out of this network really, really fast. Anyway, so that's Foxcon. Oh, I forgot to show off the power grid. Foxcon had a lot of work on the power. Foxcon's one of the first ones that's actually 100% stable. And then we got Dropbear. Now, Dropbear is the first Australian server. which I can't establish network connection. Try again. Dropbear. Green circuits with bit. Only known to determine deterrent of is a generous amount of smearing of Vegemite behind the ears. Save me once and I'll do it again in a heartbeat. Yep, drop bears. Very, very dangerous animals here in Australia. They're out to get you. Think of a bear that lives in a tree. That's happy to jump out of a tree and attack you. You thought grizzly bears would do. Come to Australia, mate. Everything's out to get you. Anyway, on to Dropbear. Now, Dropbear, it got set up really, really late one night. And it is a biter world. So I got the internal defensive wall set up. And that's literally as far as I got. Turn off that as well. There was flame of fuel in here, but it seems like somebody's broken a pipe. Like, right there. There's no flame of fuel left. Right? We have a lot of do not connects, so people have built little pass-throughs. You pass out everything you need to... I don't know, that's a lot of pass-throughs. Why are you passing wire through? Seems a little bit over the top. But yeah, you can see this is much in my playstyle. Alright. You know, a couple of artillery out here, a couple of roboports, build stuff remotely. Somebody's much smarter than me and puts lasers around their power poles. Who built this? Mini-Man, who's been watching the streams a fair bit. There you go. You did much better than me. Dark glitch. So somebody else came and fixed your power poles. So as bad as I am. Yeah, I got on the map first off and cleared out the area. But since then, weaponry. Oh well, we've extended north and south, but east and west should be the same. So we've done probably 2 or 3 researches since then, to give us more and more range. Really, like this, we are producing green circuits here. Actually, this is a much better. That's way better than the other ones. Unfortunate. Blueprint. Go the far this side. Oh, you screwed up. Okay, let's copy that. Yeah, all the requested chests will fit in. So you could put a 3rd row. Look at it on this side. So this chest sits here, this chest sits here, which means the next chest would sit here. These chests are steel chests. They don't do anything except pass through. So they can be outside the network without an issue. Yeah. The whole lot has to be slid around and rearranged and moved. But that's good, because it gives me something to do. Either that or I go... what is this? Oh, this one tile gap's going to screw it. It means eventually, if you kept tiling it, although it probably can't be tiled any longer, fed by belts, it would match up with the beacons. Maybe this build. Input from get chest needs to be changed. Other than that, stamp away. But I like that one. Over these bot builds. There's 30k. Either way, we're doing 150,000 on Dropbear. And we have biters on. So even with the decent amount of solar we've got down, we turn on pollution. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Obviously, I need to get on here more and build more stuff. Is that our limit? Yeah, that's our build limit. Yeah, belt build. Run it further out. Caution, Dropbear. This is also one of the servers that actually has a smaller build area. Some of the other servers have 800 by 800. We only have half that size. So, and then somebody's even gone ahead and done a train build with way too many inserters. People love their inserters. Where is unload? We're just maxed out. We're maxed out. Well, that was meant to be. Like half a picture. Half a pretty picture. Maybe a train network one. But that is a very, very simple design. And very tileable. Like, it needs less inserters and we need the train tracks squished together, which I can do. And maybe not an active provider. Because that's bad. Anyway, okay. Dropbear. Alright. Play, multiplayer, browse. And then the next Australian server is Bluescope. After Bluescope Steel, which is actually an Australian company, which, as you can guess, they make a little bit of steel. So that's what all this server's about. And I didn't look at the blurb. Oh, I should have looked at the blurb. Should have looked at the blurb. Now, Bluescope got set up. And dead set. 12 hours later, it was done. And unfortunately got set up at like 3 AM Australian time. 2 AM Australian time. So, by midday that day, it was done. It was dust. It was fully built. I was like, yes, I'll build some steel because we're desperate for steel at the time. And then it's completely finished. We're even going to look in. Which was good. That people were active. Unfortunately, I got a little bit cheesed off. So, we have, if you remember from earlier streams, we have this setup. Which is iron ore in. It's something I built to do iron ore in, into plate. Plate into a buffer chest. Buffer chest, because why not? Buffer chest into steel, blah, 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 blah. These are synced. The inserters to only run when they're going to move a full stack. Not that we need a full stack because, like, you know, all overproduced. And Mojo actually did a lot of the work on this. 5. This will just build up and build up. 9 steel, bang, and partner beside it does the same. So it's all hooked up to a circuit network to cut down on inserters. They also move the train tracks way closer together. No idea what those two do. Oh, probably again, same story. Sync it so it's only moving when it's going to move a whole stack at once. It's all done to cut down on inserter motion, which cuts down on UPS wastage, basically. But they made this lovely. Took this, added the robots that we had before. Obviously, somebody's OCD kicked in, and they centered it perfectly. Added the circuit network, which then improved the build. For UPS, just a slight more, and then pasted away. And as all separate robot networks, and pasted and pasted and pasted and pasted, and then pasted and pasted and pasted and pasted and pasted and pasted, and no more than 2 ore trains per station, no more than 1 steel train per station. We have steel goes on the top line, ore goes on the bottom line. This is roughly calculated from memory that they shouldn't back up too often. Obviously, this train's going to have a little bit of a hard time getting out. Oh, no, it's prioritized. Or is it? No, it's not prioritized. Damn, I thought they had priority on it. Yeah, the first one might have a little bit of a trouble getting out, just because trains tend to back up in front of it. But it should be alright. And we're doing ore in, steel out. And you can see, this is how close the trains are getting parked to one another. They're like really, really tight. And again, it's just done to have, like, there are no trains that, well, no. There are very, very few trains crossing one another. Crossings have been cut right the way down as few as possible. This 4, 5B, 5E, 4. Okay. Solar panel load, southwest corner. We need a little bit of power on this server. Should we remove this power to provide more room for smelting? Nah, smelters go to southeast. See, map markers are everything. 762,000 panels. This is a 20 gigawatt server. And like, we don't use all of it. It's spiking. Well, that's inserter swings. No, it's smelters. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gathering... Probably, yeah, these guys are full. So because of that production difference between plate to steel, it means this smelter actually will back up. Like that. Backed up. It's got to wait to be empty to then be refilled. The only thing I wanted to do on this server, because I knew all these chests would back up, like this one's got 13k iron plates sitting there forever. In fact, it can actually smelt faster. Is I wanted to add, and there's just no room to do so, I wanted to add another train, probably in on this side, to come in and get iron plate. With just one or two inserters. It didn't need a lot, right? Yeah, per wagon. And just a simple, if we run out of iron plate in the global network, these trains turn on. And they just bring out all the iron plate and dump it. Just to give you that quick boost back into the network. It was the only thing that I wanted to add, but didn't get a chance to do because it was already done. We're going to have more. We've got Bluescope. We're full of lights. We have the solar train from hell. Along with a dump chest in the middle. Which has got a few kills. And Zargon's an admin. It's always bonus when you get to kill an admin. Double bonus points if you manage to do it with a train. But yeah, lots and lots of solar built out for this one. It was a bit of an extreme build. Like I said, this was all done within 12 hours. All the solar. Damn, and that's pre-stamped down. Got all the power grid and everything hooked up to it. That literally just needs somebody to pick up the blueprint and go stamp. Because the power's down already. That's the hard part. Yeah. I don't know if Bluescope Steel actually needs more of these stamps put down. I'm imagining because they're here already, then yes, this whole section needs to be laid out again. The good news is, because it's already on the north, you can literally just blueprint train lines and everything, line it up and paste away. But yeah, this server does 120,000 steel per minute. And I don't think turned off at all. Like, it has smarts. Like, really smarts. Maybe you don't work at all. Where's this train? There's no train. There's no train. Train. No train. Oh shit, does it go north or south? Oh, that was the other thing that these servers had. So this train goes to all one pre, so it's all one. Cool. But empties. And they're in the wrong order. Oh, okay. So we go to all one fill up, then we go to a pre-stacker. So this is train station set up with a pre-stacker because trains sitting at a signal every 30 seconds recalculate how the hell do I get to where I want to go. The answer is there's still a train right in front of you. You can't go anywhere. But parked at a station, they're perfectly fine. And then this signal here, which you can't see, is hooked up to this train station. And this train is waiting for that green signal to be greater than 0, i.e. on. which will then let the train move forward. So it's still set up with a signal, because that reads that there's room for the train in front to move, but the train's not sitting here redoing those calculations. There's server waiting, an icon keeps popping up. We have maxed it. This server is done. In fact, all this can be up. Back away. So yeah, Bluescope Steel. It got built without me. And actually, this is 30 minutes. Yeah, this is where I'm going to leave it for this episode. I didn't get down to the power servers. There's 4 new servers that just went live 9 hours ago today. That I need to get in and have a look at, and hopefully I'll do that in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I do hope you've enjoyed. Thoughts, comments, suggestions, all that sort of stuff. Don't bother. Come join the servers instead. And I'm going to end the episode before this map finishes downloading. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye!